When we were planning our trip to the south of Spain, visiting the Alhambra in Granada was definitely one of the things we wanted to experience. But as home to one of the most significant sites in Spain, we were guilty of being surprised by how much more Granada itself has to offer. Looking back at that trip, even though we now know that Granada is full of incredible things to see and do, I think the thing that is most endearing, the thing that made Granada such a special place, besides the incredible Alhambra, was the different neighbourhoods, streets, architecture, and the change in atmosphere as you went from one to another. The contrast is, in itself, quite a charming thing. But somehow the different neighbourhoods still feel like they belong together. In Granada you can go from this to this to this to this, all within walking distance.
So in this video we're going to explore the best things to do and places to eat in the different neighbourhoods with you, but you can check out our experience of the Alhambra in another video linked below and on the screen.
So we're here exploring the Alhambra today and it's absolutely beautiful. So far we've already done the Nasrid palaces.
Let's start with perhaps one of the most popular neighbourhoods to visit, the Albaicín district. This is the old Moorish district and one of the oldest parts of Granada. It extends from the banks of the River Darro uphill through narrow, windy streets with a charmingly unkept feel. Here you can visit El Bañuelo, well-preserved Arab baths from the 11th century.
We love spending our time wandering the streets of this historic area. If you want to stay in this area, be aware that it is super hilly and not all streets are accessible to cars, so you may be walking a hilly distance with luggage. We stayed in this area but only a few streets away from where it borders El Centro, so it was towards the bottom of the hilly area and still very central, which felt like the best of both worlds.
There's so many great views throughout Granada, but if you make your way to the top of the Albaicín area, you'll find some of the best lookouts of the city and the Alhambra.
We enjoyed breakfast at Four Gatos, where you could sneak a view of the Alhambra through the tiny streets. We love this view as it allows you, for just a moment, to get a glimpse into what it would have been like to live in the Albaicín district all those years ago. Here we started our day with pan con tomate, orange juice and coffee. There are countless tea houses in Granada. We loved having a green tea with fresh mint and orange blossom with some Arabic sweets at La Tetería Del Bañuelo.
Next up is REALEJO, the old Jewish quarter. We love this area, it's really beautiful and quaint. The architecture, the streets, it's full of character. We walked through this area to reach the Alhambra. We also collected our tickets from Corral Del Carbón, a building constructed in the 14th century, which used to be a place where merchants stayed and sold their goods. In this area there's some great tapas bars. We loved the cosy Taberna La Tana, which had some really friendly service, delicious tapas and great wine. Here they serve tapas with your drinks, and you can also order from the menu. We loved the salted pork with sun-dried tomatoes, salmorejo, and roasted pepper salad.
Another great place is the very popular fried fish and tapas bar Los Diamantes, which has a few locations. Here you can get free tapas with each drink. We got fried and battered prawns and battered eggplant with canned honey. And you can also order from the menu, where we tried the delicious arroz Spanish rice. We also got a coffee from I Need Coffee, which is a good option in the area. And if you're after a bakery, we loved popping into Minuit Pan Y Cafe. SACROMONTE is an area known for its cave dwellings, with people still living this way today. It's also a great place to come and watch an atmospheric flamenco show in a cave. The main roads here are Camino de SACROMONTE and Calle Vereda de En Medio.
We headed uphill through the SACROMONTE to get some nice views and then rejoin the Albaicín district. But we got a little lost, and the old Albaicín city walls did their job and kept us out for quite a while. Ultimately, happy we did it, but wouldn't necessarily recommend to follow our exact footsteps, but maybe look into your own route.
El Centro, the city centre of Granada, although still home to some incredible historic sites, feels much more modern when compared to the Albaicín district. It's great for shopping, restaurants, beautiful large squares like Plaza Nueve and Plaza De Bib-Rambla, and of course it's super central, making it a great place to stay. Granada Cathedral was constructed over almost 2 centuries, and because of this, it has a mix of architectural styles that makes the cathedral even more interesting.
La Alcaicería is an ancient Muslim silk market built during the Nasrid period. It's the only one like it, still standing in Spain. We loved walking through the narrow lanes here and seeing the architecture and trying to imagine what it would have been like. But it also does feel a little touristy with plenty of souvenir shops filling the streets. Bodegas Castañeda is a traditional tapas bar with a lively yet cosy feeling. Here you can get tapas dishes with the drinks, or you can order additional food from the menu. Down a narrow street we popped into La Finca for a great coffee and chai.
We love the traditional ice cream from Heladería Los Italianos. We had torta con chocolate, which is like a chocolate ice cream cake with yolk and cream and candied almonds, served in a cone, as well as a chocolate-covered hazelnut ice cream bar, both so delicious. There are a couple of traditional cafes to try churros in Plaza De Bib-Rambla. We had a great experience having churros at the bar of Cafeteria Alhambra, nicely balanced out with a freshly squeezed orange juice.
Just in case you're in need of any more sweet things during your time in Granada, the cheesecake from La Tarta de la Madre de Cris is also tasty. There is a nice modern market here, Mercado De San Agustín, selling fresh produce, and it also has some places to eat.
To help you plan your trip to Granada, we are going to quickly go through some things you may want to know before your visit. If you are after more details, take a look at our blog post linked below. You can reach Granada within 2 to 3 hours from Seville, Córdoba and Ronda, 1 hour from Malaga and 3.5 hours from Madrid. The nearest airports are Granada, Malaga and Madrid. Most things in Granada can be explored by foot. Taxis are also available and there are buses too. We got the C34 minibus to SACROMONTE. We went in spring and loved it. Autumn would be our next pick. We stayed here for 3 nights and thought this was a great amount of time to not only see the Alhambra but also explore Granada. If you're visiting Granada in the peak seasons and you want to visit the Nasrid palaces at the Alhambra, make sure to book your tickets months in advance and also keep checking if they look like they're sold out, because in our experience they did open up again. We hope you enjoyed the video and found it useful if you're planning to visit Granada. If you would like any further details about Granada, take a look at our blog post, which we'll link below at almostlanding.com.
Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video, which will be on Ronda, a beautiful village in the south of Spain.
See you then.